Hello and welcome to Mock Productions. You're here with me, Matthew, and we are back with an unboxing, and a very special unboxing for that, because this was supposed to be the unboxing for the 24th of December. This was going to finish off all of the videos from the Advent calendar and finish off a collection which we started about... no, actually, it was in November. It was in November this collection started, and I wanted to finish this off. And they actually arrived that night. I put the video up, and where were they hidden? In the bin. They were hidden in the bin. Great job, delivery driver. Great job. No note through the door saying, your parcel is in the bin. No, it was just, find it. And I think we must have found it Christmas. No, it wasn't. It was Boxing Day. We found it after putting all of after putting all of the different bin bags out full of paper and everything like that. But anyway, it's here now. We're unboxing it right now, so let's crack it open and see what we have. Cut down here. A little bit of a slice. Ah, there's a top part. Aha, there's a top part. There we go. Simple. And just cut that bit there. I'll just rip it. Yeah, just rip it. Why not just rip it? Okay. And this bit. And then this bit. Oh yeah, here they are. Okay, so number one in here is Elite Ghost Roaster. Oh yeah, he's looking pretty damn cool in that box. Then number two is Elite Boomer. Again, looking super duper cool. That background is looking really cool with that sort of sunset techie background. But there's Boomer there. And thirdly and lastly, we have Dino-Rang. This guy looks pretty sweet indeed. So that's what's in the box. Let's actually crack these open. Now, last time, if you remember that unboxing from last time with the other half of the Elites, I opened them and I took all the plastic out and left the figure flying around in the box. This time that's not happening at all. I honestly have to say the boxes are awesome, and keeping them as in pristine condition as possible is the best thing. But you can see the figure inside very, very well. He looks really, really cool. He's got two triple-bladed, I was going to say Dino-Rangs, that is his name, Boomerangs, which are looking so cool. They've got the sparkly sort of paint job going on, and his pose is very different. I'm bringing in the one from before. Yeah, really different actually. Look at this. This is the one from Spyro's Adventure, and obviously this is the one now. His eyes, they're different. This one's eyes, one of them is down. His face is definitely somewhat different. The spikes on his mouth here are considerably smaller than what they are in there. Obviously you can see his pose is completely different as well. I'd say his feet are the same. They're sort of in the same position on the same part of the base. It looks as if, though, this is rather interesting, they've extended his tail to make him more like a crocodile. This is like a baby Dino-Rang. Now this is like a proper one. You can see there the tail is considerably longer. Now what I think they've done is, because on this one you can see that the tail has the cut around it, which is obviously the part where it's being glued, or at least onto the figure. What I think they've done is just re-sculpted that slightly to make it bigger and get the tail to actually come around, which really does improve him considerably. I definitely say his face is the same. It's very much like with these figures. With these figures, they keep the body and the legs, but the hands and partial bits and bobs do change, which is rather cool. You can also see in the background there's that 3D effect going on there, which is really cool. You can see all the rocks there doing their thing, and they sort of come out at the screen, which is so cool. But yes, Elite Dino-Rang there. I won't be opening this guy up and taking him out because it does take a bit of a while to put him back in, and also it does crunkle the plastic up slightly. Now I don't know whether, because on a few of these before they had the little, you might be able to see that on that little circular disc there. I don't know whether that actually stops the connection between the figure and the base, So we'll have to see what happens when that comes around. But for now, there is Elite Dino-Rang, and I'll just put my Dino-Rang on top. Okay, so next one, we'll go with Boomer. Go with the old Boomer. Now, all of these haven't had Series... Am I saying correctly? No, sorry. 2 of these have had Series 2s. Slam Bam and Zook had them, but the 3 we have here didn't have any Series 2s, which were the basic reason why I actually got these, because they are so cool. Now, Boomer for me was one of the hardest Spyro's Adventure characters to get, because I think I could possibly say he was very rare. I know that Warnado was quite rare as well, and you can see in the shops now there's some which are still not sold. There's a giant, which one? Bouncer, I think, is the giant which is barely sold, even though that was the first one to come out. But Boomer here, looking really cool. He's got his like glossy bombs here, with a black fuse as well, which is rather interesting. Sculpted very well to look like the string and everything. He's got one up here as well, you can see it there. Now, showing off what he looks like considered to his first version, there's a considerable difference. Number 1 being, again, the eyes. The eyes are very different. This one's eye is off to the side as if it's painted wrong. These are full on looking at you, or at least they're slightly trying to look at you. The paint is definitely an improvement. You can definitely see that the paint has improved. The base and the feet are all the same, but the only sort of change is really with his hands. Again, I'm guessing there's some sort of cut-off points here where they've changed the hands. You can see his left hand, I was going to say his right hand, his left hand is sort of, let me just put that there, it's longer but it's upwards, and then the fist is a bit bigger, and then obviously you've got that giant bomb on top. So there's a lot of difference there between what you can see here. There you go, that's probably better, which is rather awesome. Not a lot of change in terms of this one, but you can see his hand has been sculpted differently to actually hold on to the bomb. It doesn't look as if it's the same pieces though, which is rather interesting. What I do like though is that the eye is focused more on looking forward on this one, which is rather cool. This doesn't seem to have that sticker thing on. I can't see a coloured sticker on that little base area, but really cool to have Elite Boomer in the collection. You can see all 6 of them are on the back. Very similar, all the boxes are the same, but I really like this glossy, metallic-y, feely meh of Boomer. I mean, all of them have it. Hold on, Boomer. You got Dino-Rang there, looking really cool. Put Dino-Rang back on top. There's Boomer, and we'll put Boomer on top as well. And then we have Ghost Roaster, which you can see. Whoa, sparkly. There is Ghost Roaster there. Probably the most, I'd say, scary of all, really. Or at least the scariest from Spyro's Adventure, especially with the very sharp teeth. You wouldn't want to meet this guy down a dark alley. Right, so you can see here he's got the metallic tail, completely different. Now, I remember saying, I think it was with Skylanders 4, which was Trap Team, I kept thinking they were bringing back Ghost Roaster, because I thought I saw some sort of creature which looked very much like this guy, where he was stood up more upright, and this tail thing was sort of coiled to make him look as if he was standing up. But he's in there looking rather cool. He's not actually holding his whip. Well, I say whip. On this one, he's actually got the ball and chain thing, and you can see his hand here might be in the exact same position, but his other hand is completely resculpted and moved so that it's not actually holding anything. It's just there as if he's maybe fist fighting. Obviously, the chain here is coming out and is going up here, whereas this thing is coming out of the exact same area that they haven't cut away any of this clothy area. So that cloth is still in there. This is connected on, gone round here, but it makes the figure sort of bigger. And I mean, I'm not expecting different moves, but it would be really cool if you could maybe get the whip to sort of spin around like this and create some sort of force field or something, which would be rather cool. And also, I don't know whether this is just on mine, but his mouth is closed more than my one. I mean, I can move his mouth on this one. I don't know whether they've maybe just sculpted it in plastic rather than this rubbery plastic, probably to avoid. And obviously, his hands here are slightly rubbery because they're thin. The base is the same. He's standing in the exact same spot, but the paint again is definitely an improvement. And he looks really, really cool. So there are the 3 from this unboxing. But of course we need a group. We need a group shot, don't we? So if I lift this up slightly, and let's throw Slam Bam into the mix. Let's move these guys over and put Voodooed in the mix, and then split. Actually, let's just move like that. Move all them back. And there's all 6 of the Series 2 Eons Elite. Now, is the question coming up in people's minds, are you going to go back and get Series 1 of these guys? Answer, probably. There is a definite probability that I will be getting them. I don't know when, but I might do some sort of special video of all 8, I believe it was. Because in this specific collection, we do not have an air, and we do not have a fire, which I thought was rather interesting, but then again, I think all of the fire ones, no they haven't, the air one has. Warnado did have a second, that was the Light Core. Sunburn has not had one, and I have never got Sunburn, just like I never got Slam Bam, so that's going to be very interesting to show that one off. Gameplay for these guys will be coming up shortly with all the other gameplay as soon as I get back into that, but it will be coming back, and these guys will all be shown off, hopefully upgraded and shown off more than they were possibly in Spyro's Adventure and Giants, because obviously as you move through the games, you well, I don't say forget, but you sort of don't use these characters as much. I got 4 hands here at the moment, they're all swaying. Yes, very, very interesting. These look really, really cool altogether, but I'm going to definitely say that I will be getting Series 1. I don't know how much they are now. Some of them might be cheaper than what they were at first, which is going to probably go to my advantage. But yeah, I think I've got a plan as to when I'll be showing them off. But yeah, so there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. We got a very, very interesting one coming up to do with Superchargers / Battlecast. So we're going to have a let's just call it Battlecast video. That'll be coming up tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll get back into the Skylanders Superchargers gameplay and start getting on with the Nightmare mode. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. And goodbye.